Hello, I'm Devanya Wilson, features editor for The Tower, and welcome to Tower Talk, a public affairs TV show where the reporters talk about topical issues for the day. Tower Talk is brought to you by Kean University's student newspaper, The Tower. Today, we will discuss the new esports program that has been added to the athletics roster. Later today, we will sit down with the staff from the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion to learn more about the department and their involvement on campus. Reporter Victoria Cephaly will then take us on a fun journey across campus to query what students have planned for Halloween. Let's start by joining the Tower's sports editor, Dorian Alert, on his reports on the esports program.
Thank you, Devanya. When Kane students returned to campus this fall, there were a lot of new and exciting additions to the university, one of those being a new co-ed esports team added to the Kane Athletics roster. While esports are not new to the university, as the club was started in fall of 2020, this new team will combine both competitive and casual gamers alike. The team held tryouts throughout September for their collection of games, including Valorant, Rocket League, Smash Bros, and sports games such as Madden, FIFA, and 2K.
When the esports club started back in spring of 2020, I applied to be secretary and I made the position for 2020, and then I reapplied for secretary again this summer, and I'm still currently secretary of Kane Esports.
Did you expect the turnout that you did with everyone showing up?
Um, Honestly, not really. I know that esports is an upcoming like big program, just nationwide and worldwide. And coming to Kane, since there wasn't one here and starting one up, it was a little scary because like we didn't really have a good survey of how many people on campus really played video games like that and of all sorts, sports video games or FPS first person shooters or even MOBAs, which are multiplayer online battle arenas. But we did start the Discord server and we had roughly about 150 members after the first year, and then once we got the news that Kane University was going to open an esports program here, we got a large influence of players. We had roughly 100 members join on Kane Day, and then after our first general body meeting, we had another 100. So currently, our member count stands at 460 members.
So, how did the esports club come about?
The esports club came about a year and a half ago. It was me, the former president, and our secretary, and we all came together and we decided to make an esports club because we all really like video games. He came from the former president came from NJIT, I believe, and they had an esports program there. So we were really able to take off and like create a Discord and like things like that because he knew what to do, and we just helped him with that. And now I'm the president because he had to transfer. So yeah.
Did you expect the turnout that you did?
No, because at the beginning of the semester we had about 100 people in the Discord, and that was just like friends of ours and people that we met in class and whatnot. But now we have around like 500 members in the Discord server, and that's just from the 3 weeks that we've been in school alone. And everything that we've had so far, like we signed up for a classroom for our first general body meeting, which it was supposed to fit like 20 people. That's what I put on Cougar Link. but we ended up having like over 80 people, and then we had to move down to the small auditorium in Cass. And everything that we've had so far ended up being like way more people than we expected. So no, but we're super happy about it. We're thrilled. We're like super excited, and we're really excited for the rest of the semester. And we hope it goes well.
The competitions are being streamed through Twitch for those that want to watch competitive play. The Kane University esports team is off to a roaring start, having won their first several competitions of the season as of October 11th. Back to you, Devania.
Thank you, Dorian. I am so impressed by how much the esports program has grown on campus in such a short amount of time. Kane is among the most diverse campuses in the country, so we're excited to have Tamika Quick and Erin Lester here with us to talk about Kane's Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Hi, ladies, and welcome to Tower Talk.
Hi.
So let's talk. How did Kane start the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion?
So as you may or may not know, upon President Repillet's arrival here at Kane as the 18th president, he had a conversation with the university's planning committee, which is a committee comprised of faculty and staff, and I believe students, that talk about the future of Kane University. And he asked the members of this committee what was one of the major concerns that they had that they wanted to see addressed here on campus. And they actually brought about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And from that, he came up with the idea of starting the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. We're actually a year this week, so that's really exciting.
That sounds pretty good. We know Kane students, the Kane student population is diverse, but what about faculty, staff, and what is Kane doing in advance its DEI goals in that area?
So currently, there are a number of different initiatives that are taking place. Last year, when the office was first started, we partnered with the President's Office to actually start the President's Equity and Action Fellowship Program. It's a program that works with people that have just recently completed their PhD and are looking to join the academia realm of colleges and universities. So what we did is brought on 6 brand new faculty fellows who actually are all faculties of color, to be able to create a pipeline program to become a full-time tenured faculty member here at Kane. It was our first year doing the program, but we are actually running another cohort and getting ready to apply again. Start the application process again. That's one initiative. Another thing that you all may or may not know is last spring, we actually hired 47 brand new faculty members. So there was a great collaborative effort between our office as well as human resources and all of the different colleges to be intentional in trying to spread the word across the entire country about these opportunities that were in fact available, reaching out to different diversity-related organizations within the different disciplines, posting the different positions within their websites, being sure that we had unlimited job posting packages with some national organizations that purposely, intentionally recruit faculty members of color. And we are actually doing the exact same thing again. So this year, the new provost just announced that we are hiring another 50 full-time tenure track faculty members, which is really great. And one of the things that's even makes it more exceptional is we started ahead of the timeline in comparison to last year. So all of our positions are already posted, which is really phenomenal. Another thing that I would say our office is doing in collaboration with the Office of Affirmative Action and Human Resources is we are now making sure that all of the search committees are in fact diverse, from a race to gender to as well as discipline, and that they're being comprised of faculty across the disciplines, across the race, and across gender. We're making sure that they're receiving affirmative action and DEI training, so making sure that they're exploring microaggressions, making sure that they're exploring any biases that they may have prior to actually beginning the process of looking at resumes. So we are looking at a number of different initiatives and different ways in which we can be intentional to try and make sure that the faculty look like our students and are represented the way our student population is. Same thing with staff. We're partnering with staff to see what are some ways in which we can be supportive of staff and looking at what professional development initiatives they may need in order to advance here at the institution. There are a lot of staff members that have been here for quite some time, but they're looking for advancement. So we're having those conversations with some of the staff members that are here to see how our office, in conjunction with human resources, might be able to support whatever it is that they might need to be able to advance from their career perspective.
And that sounds pretty exciting.
Thank you.
So tell us about a little bit more about what you do on campus as far as involvement goes.
I'll let Erin answer that a little bit.
So our involvement is pretty widespread. So as Tamika explained, she's really more part of the policy change. We also have an assistant director. Her name is Dr. Stephanie Hernandez Rivera. She works with the faculty on different initiatives as far as being involved. I know that she's hosting a mini-series later on this month. And then I am really more so geared towards student programming. And so a lot of the things that you'll begin to see on campus as far as student-led initiatives are going to be supported through me and in collaboration with the office.
That sounds good. So I see the crosswalk by Kane Hall painted in colors to represent the LGBTQ community. So can you tell us about your celebration, your monthly long celebration for the LGBTQ community?
So one of the things, just a quick thing that we've been doing since our office started, is we've begun to acknowledge all of the different heritage months. Erin came up with a great idea of painting the sidewalk, so I'll let her answer that, but I did just want to put a plug out there that there are a number of different heritage months that we are acknowledging throughout the year, and this particular month happens to be LGBTQ plus as well as Disability Awareness Month.
So we do have a lot of different months that we celebrate. So I can quickly go through them. September, we celebrate Latinx Heritage Month. October, Disability Awareness and LGBTQ plus History Month. November is Indigenous Peoples Month. December is Universal Human Rights Month for the fall. And so our standpoint with the sidewalk being painted was that we want to make the community feel welcomed. We want to acknowledge that their presence is here. And we don't want it to be just on the month of October that we're celebrating these communities. We want it to be that they're being celebrated every day thereafter. And so we know that there's a high traffic in that area. And we spoke with Dr. Repollet, and he thought that it was very important, too, on his agenda to make the community feel welcomed. And so we chose that area as one of our signatures to make sure that the students know that we're here. And our office is in Townsend 116, very close by.
That sounds pretty amazing. And the crosswalk will stay painted for the academic year, right?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. So along with celebrating LGBTQ plus month in October, your department is also celebrating Disability Awareness Month. I'm aware that there's an event being held in Little Theater on October 21st featuring Eric LeGrand. Would you mind telling us more about that and the importance of your department in that event?
Absolutely. So Eric LeGrand, he was a former Rutgers football player. During a play that he was in about 10 years ago, I believe it was 2010 to be exact, he injured his spinal cord, which left him paralyzed. And so we wanted to highlight belonging in lieu of NCAA theme for Diversity and Inclusion Week. So the campaign starts, it's called #NCAA Diversity and Inclusion. And the 3-day campaign highlights belonging on the third day, which would be the 21st when Eric LeGrand is visiting us. And so in collaboration with Kane Athletics, we wanted to invite a keynote speaker to do a 45-minute motivational speech and then also have some question and answers from our general student body and have them highlight belonging and all the intersectionalities that exist within that.
That sounds good. So how are Kane student groups or faculty collaborating with the DEI office? And for student groups and faculty that does not know about the DEI office, how can they collaborate with the office?
So the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to student groups, one thing that's really awesome and great is Student Org actually just created a vice president of diversity, equity, and inclusion. So Micaiah Baker actually serves in that capacity and has really been working alongside with Erin to be able to foster the connection and relationship building with the different clubs and organizations. Two things that I'll let her talk a little bit more about is, one thing, we will be looking to expand on some of the culturally based clubs and organizations. So we do have some that are here, but we will be looking to further or reactivate some of the organizations that have died off. And then one big plug is we will be opening a multicultural center space that's within our actual suite that we have in Townsend 116, as Erin mentioned. So that's one of the largest ways that we are really looking to engage with some of the students. There are opportunities for students to work in our office as well, to assist us with programming, to assist us with leadership development and doing workshops that are related to DEI and engaging in some of these really tough conversations that we want to make as comfortable as possible. In terms of faculty, so the way that our office is really broken up is that I'm there as the executive director, Erin is there as the multicultural affairs to really partner with students. Dr. Stephanie Hernandez Rivera is there to foster support and relationships with faculty. So she is working with faculty to provide training development related to DEI. She's also partnering to provide workshops to faculty. So some faculty members are actually engaging in these workshops and facilitating them so that way other faculty members can participate. And then she's also going to be exploring what does DEI look like within the curriculum? How can we make sure that we're having DEI courses, that we're looking at social justice, but then that we're also making sure that the classrooms are inclusive so that way students feel comfortable when they're actually engaging with one another within these classrooms. Another initiative that she's actually working on as well with the Office of Sponsored Programs and Grants, and I may have chopped that up, so excuse me for being new, but they just created an anti-racism grant where faculty members will be able to apply for these grants to do a little bit more research as it pertains to anti-racism. And then myself and, like I mentioned, the Office of Affirmative Action, who's also in our suite area, are looking at ways in which we might be able to be supportive of staff. We do have partnerships with KUPD as well as athletics. So Associate Director Jerome Hatfield. Sorry, I was thinking of Adam's last name. He works with us, and then also Lakeitha Murray down in athletics works with us as well. So it's a great way for us to be able to foster relationships and partnerships across the entire campus. One of the things that's really important that I want everyone to understand is in our mission statement, it talks about collaboration. It talks about everyone understanding at this university that although our office exists, we can't work DEI by ourselves. We're only a team about 4 or 5 individuals, but this really is an effort that everyone has to be on board for. So we're here to lead the effort, we're here to partner, and we're here to collaborate, but everyone needs to know or should know that they do have a role in making this campus as inclusive as possible. Don't know if you want to add anything.
Ooh, I'll add, sure. So one of the other ways that I super emphasize in all the workshops that I give, any of the programs that you might attend from mine, is that we're going to be initiating a campus climate survey in the spring 2022. And so a way that you can collab is giving your feedback and your honest feedback. It is my intent that while I serve in my role that I make your next year better than your previous year at the institution and see you all the way through graduation and then ask you for money when you're an alumni. So that's one of the ways that we can collaborate, as well as the more traditional collaborations that we want to have our groups on campus participate in our programs. And so if you are interested in or have an idea, then I want to co-sponsor with you. I want to fund, I want to help you make it all come together. And so that's the way we can climb higher.
And just a really quick plug, what she just said in terms of the campus climate survey. This is going to be a really, really big endeavor that we want as much support from faculty, staff, and students as possible. We want to make sure that this campus is making everyone feel like this is their home and as inclusive as possible. The campus climate survey will run between February and March, and there's going to be a bunch of different incentives and prizes that we'll be giving out to everyone to participate. But if you want to have this campus become your home and become a sense of community and belonging for you, we really, really stress for you to participate in this actual survey. One of the things that President Repollet talked about at his initial address was the acronym ACE in terms of assessing, creating, and executing. And that's really what our office is looking to do. There are a number of assessments that we're currently doing out of our office. One is in regards to Title IX and sexual assault. So what does that look like here on campus? Another one is with regards to the LGBTQ community, and another one is with regards to faith and spirituality before we get to the campus climate survey. And what we're doing is really combing the campus and finding out what do we currently have in place, what are we missing, and then we're going to take all of that information and begin to create an action plan and a strategic plan specifically to DEI. So we're hoping that we'll be able to create a plan for the next 3 years that we'll really be able to share with the campus community to say, this is what you told us, this is what we're doing to address it, and this is what we're executing to make this community be something that you feel like you belong to.
That sounds pretty good. Okay, as you can see, the DEI office is very involved here on campus. I would like to thank you for joining us today, Tamika and Aaron. Now we're going to learn what students have to say about today's question. Let's join reporter Victoria to hear what students are just doing for Halloween this year.
Hi guys, I'm Victoria. Today we're going to be going around campus and we're going to be asking kids about their Halloween plans, what they're going to be dressing up as, what their favorite candy is, stuff like that. After a year and a half of being home, we're just going to go out and see what the Kane Cougars are doing.
My name is Valeria Marim and I'm a junior.
My name is Ernest Romero and I'm a freshman here at Kane.
Hi, I'm Liliana and I am a sophomore.
My name is Jerome, I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Mallory Helms and I'm a junior.
So I'm Crystal and I'm a sophomore.
Matthew Dorello, I'm in sophomore.
Christopher, sophomore.
My name is Iman Diab and I'm a freshman.
My name is Kennedy Griffin and I'm a junior.
Hey, I'm Catherine Birchfield, I'm a senior.
I'm Aziz and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Maria Irvin and I'm a junior.
My name is Jenna Festa and I am a freshman here at King.
My name is Haley Jenkins and I'm a freshman.
Halloween, I usually just watch movies and eat a lot of candy with my friends.
Horror movies really all month long, more than all month long, pretty much starting at the beginning of September, end of August. All my family watches on the weekends are horror movies.
I usually go out get candy trick-or-treating or go to a party or even just stay in and watch a Halloween movie.
We'll do a movie night and try to watch a couple of scary movies, like the original Halloween movies, or go to Disneyland and watch Halloween Town.
Usually on Halloween, my favorite time to celebrate is by just watching a really fun Halloween movie, the classics. You got Hocus Pocus, you got Halloween Town. Every now and then you gotta put a little scary movie in there too. Mix it up. And yeah, I like to do it with my friends. Usually we'll get together, eat candy, and just pig out.
Usually I'll just hang out with my friends. We'll eat a whole bunch of candy, watch some Halloween movies.
I usually go out with my friends and, to party. I like to party a lot.
For Halloween, I want to have a small backyard gathering. Halloween's on a Sunday. What are we going to do? So I'm in the works of planning a party.
Halloween, I am going to see City Morgue at New York City.
I don't have any specific plans. I may go to Six Flags, Fright Fest, but that's about it.
Fright Fest.
Six Flags, Fright Fest, haunted houses.
I'll probably go back home and take my baby brother trick-or-treating.
I really don't have any plans because I don't know, I gave up on Halloween a long time ago.
For Halloween this year, I have a couple of club parties I'm going to, and then Pulse is holding an escape room, so I'm planning to do that. Off campus, I don't know, we're just gonna kind of see what's going on.
I actually don't, but I am looking to hang out with some friends.
I don't have none as of right now, but probably end up going to a party.
Not much yet, but I have a costume planned. Hopefully someone's going to throw a party soon.
That is the question. I do not know what I'm going to be yet.
So I think I'm going to be like a cat, a cat woman.
Probably as each other, like we are now.
This is my twin. So.
I'm planning on being a hippie. I have a lot of high-waisted bell bottoms, so I was like, okay, that's easy. I'm just gonna do that so I don't have to go out and pay for a $70 costume.
I'm gonna be Starfire from Teen Titans.
A friend of mine and I have talked about maybe doing like Max and Ruby, that old cartoon, but I don't know. We're just seeing what we've got access to.
I don't have anything exact planned out. I might be doing Black Swan with my friend.
May or may not be doing Black and White Swan with my friend for Halloween, but that is still up in the air. And with my little sister, we might be like Dipper and Mabel from like Gravity Falls. We got like the number 3 book. So we were like, okay, that's something quick and easy to do.
I honestly don't know what my costume is gonna be, but I do know I want to be something really scary.
No, I don't have a costume yet, but it'll be a surprise.
If I do, I'll be like a vampire or something, or a match event.
I would like to be Polka Dot Man, a DC character. He was in the recent Suicide Squad movie.
My favorite Halloween movie.
If I had a favorite Halloween movie, that's a difficult one.
Ooh, my favorite Halloween movie.
I think definitely would have to be Halloween Town. Yeah, it's just very nostalgic for me.
I love the Saw franchise. I love Psycho, American Psycho. I'm such a big horror movie fan, so.
Halloween only because it's right.
I like The Conjuring.
I love witches.
John Carpenter movie like The Thing where they live.
Haunted House.
And The Conjuring.
Child's Play.
I am a horror movie lover, but I would have to say The Shining because it's my favorite movie of all time, so, you know.
My favorite candy is definitely a Reese's, but a close second is a Kit Kat.
My favorite candy is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Candy corn.
Candy corn as well.
My favorite Halloween candy are Kit Kats.
My favorite candy is Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
A favorite candy? Mine is Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh, my favorite candy is probably Sour Patch Kids and Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
I'm a fruity lover, and I'm also fruity. I love Skittles, Starburst, anything like that.
Swedish Fish.
Twix.
I think my favorite Halloween tradition is definitely eating a buttload of candy corn. I always get sick after Halloween because I eat so much.
Just candies. Eat a lot of candies.
Eating candy.
That's my favorite day because that day I can shit.
Usually just like scaring the people around me all of October, just like randomly jumping out and scaring people. That's what spooky season is for.
I think when I was younger, we used to ding door ditch, but I'm too old for that now.
No.
Trick or treating when I was a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, but not anymore.
Trick or treating.
Trick or treating.
Stay safe, kids.
Happy Halloween, kiddies.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Feel me? Be
Happy
safe.
Halloween from the twins.
No sugar rush. You feel me?
Happy Halloween, Union, New Jersey.
And a happy Halloween to you too. I am so excited for the holiday. Well, that is our report for today. The esports team will continue competing throughout the fall, and these competitions can be viewed through their Twitch stream. I would like to thank Tamika Quick and Aaron Lester for coming and sharing with us the importance of the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Thank you for tuning into Tower Talk. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Kane Tower, and you can view our show every other week on Union TV 36. Thank you.